Hey, what's up, everybody? Let's take a look at the new Cavrnus website. It used to be cavrn.us, and now it just goes to cavrnus.com. There's a free trial where you can check out their Metaverse Builder platform. Uh, this may be the infrastructure that the VeVeVerse is going to be built on. Um, let's take a look at how it's priced. So we can compare the plans. So there's a standard, which is $25 per month, which gives you the Cavernous Cloud and the Builder tools. But take a real look at the Pro, which is $100 per month. You get the Cavernous Cloud, and you get the all the connectors for Unity, that what they talked about for Unreal. You get the web conferencing, the web portal, and the big difference between the Enterprise and the Pro is that you get a custom branded experience in the enterprise. You get your own custom domain, pretty much everything. You can check it out. You get the chat, the Ready Player Me integration, and you have basically a lot of SSO integration. And the only thing you get with the enterprise is you get professional services. So you can also do the free trial. You can click here and you get a 30-day free trial just by filling out this form. I did this already, so let's take a look. So you get your own custom domain name, and then you can go to account administration or the web client. Let's go click on the web client. Here's a space that I made and click into it and it'll load it up. But the one thing that I found is the web client is fairly glitchy and it takes a while. So for the best experience, I downloaded the desktop client, let's call it the fat client, and it works really well. So here's the fat client, and here's the space that I made. Let's bring it up so you can see it. It took me, I would say, it took me about 15 minutes to make the space. Well, that's buggy because it says I'm muted, but it's still playing back. How do I stop? So here's my space. Well, so you can see how it looks. I had to record the audio separately because it's just kind of glitchy, so I can move around. I imported a Miles and a Porsche from the free Sketchfab library. You can zoom in and out using the mouse wheel. Graphics looks pretty cool. Let's take a look at building a space from scratch. So let's create a space. You can pick one of the templates here. I'm going to pick the outdoor. Select that, and you got to name your space. Just going to type that in there and just click create. It's going to start rendering it out at the ground, and now it's going to bring in the sky. You can use your mouse to move around and see your space. It looks pretty cool. Now let's add some content. I'm going to add a building. Scroll down. There's my library. A lot of that's default. And I'm going to add the reception lobby. Click that. Let's bring it in. Put it where you want. And you can move it around after. And there it is. You can use your keyboard controls to move around. The controller avatar isn't as great as spatial, but it's pretty good. And there it is. Really love this site. This is sketchfab.com. I've been using it for many years, both on 3D printing and playing with 3D models. So I'm going to try something different. Let's look at Disney. And you can see the various Disney models that you can buy. If there's a price, it'll list it here, and you can buy these models. What we're looking for is any free ones. I should have done this before I started it. They're all paid. Oh, here. This dude is, oh, here. Buzz is free. So you can see here, if it just has this download model. The free ones aren't as nice as the paid ones, but just for demo purposes, let's download 3D model. Let's credit the creator, copy the credits, and let's download the USDZ file. Click on download, and I got it in. And let's go back to our Cavrnus, my lobby. I go to content, and I'm going to insert a file, and I'm going to insert my Disney Buzz. I'm also going to add it to the library. Let's put him here, and you can see it loading in, and there's Buzz. So it comes right into your space. You can move it around. Um, I'm having to record this in pieces because this application is incredibly CPU intensive. I have no GPU on this laptop, so it's struggling to do the screen recording and displaying the app. Let's take a look at some of the other features. Well, what I'm going to do now is try to, insert some of the things that they talked about at the demos. For example, like a whiteboard. Notice where I place my mouse and where it appears. So that's why there's one whiteboard way up in the ceiling. It doesn't appear where you point your mouse, so you got to account for that. So there's a whiteboard on the wall, and you can try insert some other things. So I'm going to try to insert the stream. I don't know how to interact with it yet, but it comes in. Again, you have to point it really low, and you have to move it around. Uh, the physics aren't that wonderful yet, and but it's to be expected since this is a early version of the Caverner system. Spatial still has its problems with physics. But a lot of that has been remedied. Uh, you'll find you'll find that your avatar kind of jumps up and starts walking through walls or appears up in space, and you gotta use your mouse to try to get him back down. But all in all, it looks pretty interesting. It is very CPU intensive. As you can see the screen breaking up there as I'm trying to do too much stuff. And that's not in the client itself. That is in the screen recording because my computer can't keep up with it. But all in all, it's a nice first look. You can try it for yourself. You know, I'm sure the VeVeVerse is going to be much more than this. Let's hope so. But you can get an idea of how it's going to be by taking a free 30-day trial of the Cavrnus infrastructure. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and aloha.